news coming in. The protest that is currently being staged by the BJP, the protests which are currently taking place in Kolkata, we are told. Remember some remarks that were also made by TMC's Mahua with Moitra, which has, of course, triggered massive reaction there from the BJP. You can see the protest which is currently being staged by the BJP workers there. This protest which is currently taking place in Kolkata as we speak. We'll go across to our Kolkata reporters as well to get us more information. But as you can see, massive backlash that Mahua Moitra is facing over the remarks that she had made. And you can see the BJP workers there upping the ante against Mahua Moitra there, raising banners and flags against Mahua Moitra and staging a stir there against Mahua Moitra. This is the smoking Kaali row which has erupted, of course. We have Niranjan with us, our executive editor. Niranjan, if you could give us more details of the protest being staged by the BJP in Kolkata.
Well, in the last few hours and since yesterday, the BJP has been asking for action against this Trinamool parliamentarian called Mahua Moitra for her comments against Goddess Kaali, especially on the Kaali poster. Now, there were some reported comments of Mahua Moitra that the BJP claims, that she has insulted them and that even the TMC had reportedly distanced itself from these comments made by Mahua Moitra, saying that it does not, they do not endorse the comments made by her. Meanwhile, Bollywood is also tweeting. There's a tweet that has been put out by Swara Bhaskar. Bollywood wading into the controversy. Let's put out that tweet as well. Swara Bhaskar says, Mahua Moitra is awesome. More power to her voice. And the reported comment of this parliamentarian called Mahua Moitra is that she reportedly said and backed the poster and said that to her, Goddess Kaali was a meat-loving goddess. That was reportedly something that she said, and to which the Trinamool Congress has distanced itself. And the tweet now coming in of Bollywood, Swara Bhaskar, and I think these are some of the same people who also went after Nupur Sharma, saying that she shouldn't have made those comments and she should not have. Those comments were condemned and action was taken. But for them to use such double standards and also back comments that have hurt the sentiments of many others is something that raises questions and is completely hypocritical. Now, the breaking news update now is that Bollywood has jumped to her defense. People like Swara Bhaskar is saying that Mahua Moitra was right and that she's awesome, more power to her. So essentially, they're backing her comments. And this also comes on the back of the action that has been taken. I think Twitter has also pulled down the poster or the trailer, which is the starting point of this controversy of Kaali, the documentary of Meena Manimekalai. Now, as we know it, the Trinamool Congress, as of this afternoon, distancing itself from the comments. The BJP is protesting. There are different protests being reported from different parts of Bengal, and they're asking and they're daring the Trinamool Congress to take action against Mahua Moitra. There's no action, and these protests continue in West Bengal as we speak, in different parts of Kolkata as well. We are hearing that there are some complaints that have been filed as well. Not sure whether any of these complaints have been converted into an FIR, but the story is certainly developing. And as far as the poster controversy is concerned, Twitter has been forced to take some action. Twitter has been forced to take down that controversial documentary trailer that was the starting point of the Kaali controversy. They've been forced to take it down, and a lot of complaints have been made. FIRs registered also against the filmmaker, the director in this particular case of the Kaali docu-film. So, story taking a political turn with the Trinamool Congress parliamentarian sort of endorsing, saying that to her, Goddess Kaali is a meat-loving, god, and to which many people have said their sentiments are hurt and have escalated the matter through protests and complaints. That's where the issue stands. And I think you're getting in short pictures of the protest as well. We'll play out those pictures and get you more reactions. For now, Samiksha, back to you.
Talk to us more about this tweet that has been put out, because there are people like Swara Bhaskar who, in the name of being liberals, they make such statements which are indeed quite provocative, and they deserve outright condemnation.
Well, if anything, I think this entire controversy has exposed the doublespeak of whom we call the Lutyens lobby. Now, these are the same people, ironically, who also backed people like Zubair of Alt News, the co-founder, who's in custody. And some of his posts, you look at some of the posts that he's put out, and he was forced to delete his Facebook account as well, because there were many controversial posts, some of which were flagged off to Facebook, and he could not delete them in time because he was in custody, perhaps. So the easy route taken was to deactivate his Facebook account. Now, in the last few days, they have backed him outright, while also backing his freedom of speech. They called it freedom of speech, also backing his posts. Some of these posts have insulted Lord Ram. Some of these posts have mocked the shivling. I think there are protests in Kolkata. There are some protest pictures are coming in on ANI service. Let me cut across live.
We have demanded legal action. Initially, we do not belong to those group who blocks national highway, who don't allow patients to go, who don't allow flights to catch, people life absolutely detached from city, from civilization. We don't do that. We are hurt. Our Kaali is our not only goddess, our weakness. You can say our religion, we really believe in Kaali. Whenever we are in distress, whenever we have some problem, we only close our eyes and believe in Kaali. That Kaali is being not only unspoken words, but the way she say, her adamancy, and Mahua Moitra, her arrogancy, her what you call her this thing, being MP, and she is overspoken, the way she has derogated our goddess Kaali, we really feel pity for her. She belongs to a Hindu community. She is a Hindu woman. And how can she come down so much for appeasement politics? For it is not her belief. She can't say, for me, Kaali is a meat eater and this thing, whiskey given. No, Kaali has many versions. Our Dakshina Kaali, she is with saris, she is prayed with flowers. We go to, we pray Dakshina Kaali at our residence home also. We have Matara, we have Shoshan Kaali, we have so many Kaalis. But that doesn't mean she will say, oh, this God is with only this. She has other side also. In our belief, she saves the entire world. In our religion, we consider Kaali is the source of all strength, power, and everything in the universe. How can she utter this type of words? She should not only be punished, not only be arrested, she should be condemned by each and every Hindu of the community.
TMC is tweeting at that we can accuse that comment is their personal. Party is not being.
No. TMC speaks something in front and they do the reverse in behind. That we have seen several times in the past. We have seen during 9th June, 10th June, during this period, the entire Bengal. I was on Howrah, this Domjur highway, and from 10 a.m. in the morning to 10:30 in the evening, we couldn't move. And that was simply police was not doing anything, helpless, until and unless TMC Supremo will come and will pass some order, then only people will be allowed to reach the hospital for ambulance through. All that was stuck off. And we have seen in Beldanga, we have seen in Betua Dowri, we have seen in Malda, Murshidabad, everywhere. Wherever the community, the specific community is a little bit more in population, there only we have seen the entire road was blocked. And they were so adamant. They had all these things, sword and everything in their hand. So that was allowed only by TMC government. When police and administration is functioning properly, no people, no community cannot function this way. That we have seen only in the last month. So they say it is not our fault because of Hindu votes. They are having panchayat elections ahead. Hindus are getting burned inside, from inside. The way she said all about, they want to, whenever they find Deptanu, they did all that.
Your demand is that she can arrested and
Not only arrest, she should be expelled from the party. She should be expelled. Then only we will understand, yes, TMC. So what? She must be, MP can't do anything against human belief.
what you want is she resigned on the
MP, she should. She is MP, but MP is not supposed to say anything against human belief, communities' belief, Hinduism, what Hinduism thinks, what we learned from childhood. And this